Let's talk about windows. Early on, when we decided to do Bussedamove, we decided that we were going to take the old school bus windows out and put in some double-paned insulated RV windows. It just seemed like that was a better idea. And so far, from what we've seen, we hold true to that. And we don't have them in yet, but we do know from a lot of people that we've seen the original windows leak. If yours don't leak, that's awesome. And you are blessed. By the way, if they don't leak, or if they do, or whatever you feel about the original windows of the bus, we'd love it if you'd comment. And while you're at it, if you'd like the video. If this is helping you, if any of our videos serve you in any way, we would love it if you would let us know. It's right there in the comments. You can fill it out and just tell me. It'd be super cool if you did. The windows, that was a thing that we just decided it was the right thing for us. And we just needed to make sure that our bus wouldn't leak or that it wouldn't get cold. So far to the recording of this video, we have spent the night in a Skoolie one time. And it happened to be in the Atlanta area in March. And it got down to about 30 degrees that night, and it was frigid inside the bus. And we had space heaters, we had a lot of, actually 2 space heaters that we had, and it froze to death. We didn't freeze to death because we're here, but it was really cold. And we decided that as we build Bussedamove, that we are gonna put really incredible insulation, and that includes the glass. So we decided to remove the windows, and I was kind of nervous about it because there was a lot of metal around it, there was a lot of stuff, and knowing what I know now, it's pretty simple, so it was a good deal. I was anticipating most of that weekend being window removal. We actually had all the windows out in, I don't even think it was 20 minutes. I think it was like, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, all the windows were out. And it's awesome, and we were able to move on and go ahead and start the roof raise, because we actually raised the roof by 18 inches. We'll do a lot of videos on that to show you our front transition, rear transition, and the actual roof raise process itself. It was really fascinating and by far the most fun thing that we've done to this point on the project. But back to the windows. There's a Phillips head screw. That's it. It's just a little thing. It's as easy as it looks in hindsight. I mean, the sealant that they put there from the factory, like it's pretty strong. That's why we initially thought there was more to it than just that little clip holding it in. So we'd take the Phillips head out, kind of tug on the window, it wouldn't work. And we tried everything that we could at first. And ultimately it just landed on my dad staying inside the bus to catch the window, and I went outside with a hammer. It's not what you think. We didn't get crazy with it. I think we're gonna reuse the windows for a little, maybe like an Airbnb, maybe like a guest house that my dad is making out of a grain silo at their house, which is kind of awesome. So we didn't want to break the windows. So I took a block and a hammer and I put the block against the aluminum on the side and I tapped on the block. And it actually came right out. So the force of the hammer with the block came right out. And from there, we just got lucky. We had a couple of screws that were stripped on the clips. So that was a little bit of a challenge. We had to hit a little harder. We wound up not taking those screws out. We just let them get beat out with the windows. But we were able to save all windows. I think we salvaged 26 windows in all. Our bus is a 2002 Thomas-built Saf-T-Liner. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was 26 windows. So it was cool. And we were done. And we stacked them up in the barn. We're only able to work on the weekends because the bus is 250 miles away from where I live. So I work all week, we drive down here, and I jokingly refer to it as, I'm not really a race fan per se, but I jokingly refer to it as the Bussedamove 500, because it's 250 miles down to Valdosta, Georgia, and it's 250 miles back to just outside of Atlanta where I live. Bussedamove 500. We were able to do significantly more that weekend than take the windows out, which was awesome. So if you like this video, like it, comment on the comment section, and then also subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because we'd love to be here for you more. And if you have any questions along the way, if you're just curious about the Skoolie life, we have a lot of videos coming, so it's gonna be cool. And especially as we move on to the next few weeks, we finally finished all the structural stuff, getting it all situated, getting it ready to build. So we're right around the corner from being able to build it out, and we're gonna build it into our house, and it's gonna be awesome. And we're gonna live in it for a little while. and hopefully travel some. Hopefully see some stuff out the new windows, the double paned RV glass windows that we got secondhand because I don't think anybody can afford the new ones. That's not true. Probably somebody can, but we couldn't. We're gonna do some used ones, and it's gonna be awesome. And we already bought them. We'll do another video about that one of these days. But all the stuff that you see right here is just sheet metal. We'll be going back and cutting the holes and mounting our RV windows very soon, and so we're excited about that, so stay tuned. So super excited to keep sharing this stuff with you guys. So enjoy yourselves, have a good time on the rest of your internet browsings. We'll see you next time.